The UEFA Super Cup, a competition for two champions, but only one of them can be champions now. Hello and a warm welcome to everyone across the globe. We should be underway very shortly. The players will be with us any time now. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
And we're underway. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Who else but Lionel Messi? I don't need to tell anyone what he's capable of. Some critics don't rate him as the best player on the planet. That's because the Argentinian, for me, is on a different planet.
Hard to disagree with that. It is the sort of situation he thrives in. Vitolo. Tremolina. Rafinha did really well to intervene and dispel the growing danger. This is promising. Luis Suarez with the ball through. There it is!
And some of the best managers I played for insisted on starting games as you mean to go on. And we've just seen a very important opening goal from an extremely talented individual who looks primed for more. He really does look at it.
Well, from right in front of goal, there was no way he was going to miss.
It's almost criminal to see a defence fail to identify someone who thrives when it comes to shooting stats. They knew, and yet they didn't heed, and they've paid the price and deserve to.
Big occasion, big goal, crucial lead. Koke, De La Feu. That's a throw. Played out to the wing. Oh, he couldn't quite make it. Sergio Busquets, Rafinha. Barcelona are already ahead, the perfect start.
Always when you score early, it gives you such a lift and it casts doubt in the minds of your opponents at the same time. And that pretty much sums up the difference in what we've seen. One team assured, the other a little unsure.
Iniesta boots it upfield. Adriano. Barcelona are out in front, sitting pretty already. And it's Neymar. Played out to the wing. Now here's the through ball. No surprise at all that this is the guy who's had such a positive impact.
Well, having that sort of player in your side is reassuring because the rest of the team knows he can make his influence count at any stage. It's simply part of his package. When he really wants to, this fella scores.
He scored inside the first 10 minutes to make it 1-0. Tremolina going full tilt down the left. Krikoviak. Tries a through ball. PK goes long and forward. Tremolina. Krikoviak. Vitolo. Rafinha did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Messi. Chance! He's got the ball glued to his feet. Oh, wonderful, wonderful! Lionel Messi! Messi. And with that goal comes comfort. A truly wonderful strike, decorated with dip and curl.
Well, once upon a time I was harsh on goalkeepers, but now I'm more sympathetic because the ball moves all over the place these days, and we've just seen it again.
Barcelona take a 2-goal lead and things should be comfortable from here on in.
That second goal has such a polarising effect on prospective moods. I mean, one team are under more pressure now to get the next goal, and the other will fancy...
Oh, it's gone in! Right back in the game! Vitolo versus the keeper, and only one winner.
I just thought he was alert and direct. There was no messing about. He was too quick for the keeper, and that's a fine finish.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
I think they can sense a comeback here, and so can this crowd. It's all systems go now.
Koke. Buildup. Koke. And it's Luis Suarez. Timely intervention. Rafinha. Buildup. Barcelona are ahead here. It has been a good half for them. And it's Messi. I have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Vitolo. Vitolo. Pareja. Krikoviak. Tremulina. Beer. Luis Suarez looks to slip it through. It's a decent ball. It's Luis Suarez! That is wayward.
Well, there's no messing about with this fella, is there? Just went straight down the middle. If only he could have applied the finish with the same conviction.
Koke. Some good work on the right flank. Now, what's next? It's a beer out to the flank. Koke. Thrust towards the front line. And the half-time whistle goes. Barcelona head into the half-time break with a narrow lead, 2-1. And the action is back on the way. Vitolo, who has made his impact already. Tremulina. Buildup. Koke. Deulofeu. Neymar with a good steal, well played. Adriano. Tremulina. Vitolo. Luis Suarez. Iniesta. Koke hurtles into the tackle. And it's Vitolo. Dinks one in. Oh, good interception. Deulofeu. looks like a good ball through. Carlos Bacca. He's out of play for a goal kick. Carlos Bacca with a beautifully timed run. Sergio Busquets. Now the pass. Done very well to intervene. Umbia. De La Feu. Bacca. Umbia. That's not going to make it. Forward it goes. Now it's Luis Suarez. And he's there to hoof it away. Luis Suarez passes it through. Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
Oh, he can't be happy missing that after being put clean through. That's about as good a chance as you can get.
Koke plays it over to the other flank. Oh, that's a waste. Sevilla have a sub ready to come on.
Substitution taking place.
It's Luis Suarez, and he's onside. Well, he would surely have scored there more times than not. Barcelona still contemplating when to use their last remaining substitute. And it's Vitolo. Rakitic. Adriano. Looking for options. Ball has crossed the line, and it's a throw. Umbia. Tremulina. Umbia. Krikoviak. Out for a throw. That's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. PK pumps it forwards. That always looked inevitable. The defence dealt with that really well. Xavi. Jordi Alba doing well down the left. Now, what are his options? Away from immediate danger. Carlos Bacca. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Koke. Bia. Xavi gets it back. Carlos Bacca! And it's in the back of the net! There seemed no way back, but they are level. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Now that's what I call finishing, right in the corner. He knew instinctively who was where and didn't need to waste any time weighing things up. That's a cracking goal.
This has become one superb game of football.
Well, extra time looms now, but that leveller creates great impetus and they've got to fancy their chances of pinching victory from what looked like the jaws of defeat.
There's the cross. Clears it out of harm's way. It's come loose. Vitolo with good energy in defence as well.
I think it's great to see that kind of application and desire from a forward who wants to help out his defence. I think, you know, any good team really, your striker should be the first line of that defence, and he's delivering.
it's Messi. Looks to slip it through. Barcelona to make one last surge forward. Jordi Alba. Xavi. Luis Suarez. Now the pass. It's a brilliant interception. Vitolo. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Mascherano positions himself well and cuts it out. Managed to get it away. So nothing between them in 90 minutes, and we are in for extra time.
Yeah, no daylight between these two sides, but I have to say neither side really did enough to find a winner. They just cancelled each other out.
So 90 minutes couldn't produce a winner, and we have extra time. Barcelona pay the price for failing to close out the match in normal time. Can they avoid the same fate here, where the consequences are still more serious? Carrizo. It's an untidy challenge, free kick given. And he's cut it out. The ball's come loose and the chase is on. Caught offside that time. Mascherano. Neymar. Luis Suarez. Luis Suarez. There he goes, motoring forward. It's some beer. Neymar. With the ball through. The defence can get it clear. Sevilla have chosen to bring on the last of their substitutes.
Substitution now in progress.
That's one way of trying to make things happen. There's a few who could follow that example. Jordi Alba. And it's Xavi. Luis Suarez tries a through ball. Looks to thread it through. Half-time, extra time.
Well, it may well be a case of who's got most to give now. Fitness levels look good, and it's not any less competitive.
And so the last chance to find a winner. They have played themselves to a near standstill. What is left in the tank now? Defence has got rid of that. Looks like a good ball through. Lobs it in gently. It's a loose ball. Rakitic passes it through. Pareja. Vitolo. Rakitic knocks it towards the front. Messi's cross. Back out it comes. Still anyone's game this. One moment can decide it.
Yes, and what a battle this has been. Neither is showing any sign of backing off. It's a tribute to wonderful attitude to put everything they've got into attempting to gain that vital edge.
Tribulina. Vitolo. Bacca. Who's going to make this theirs? Gamero. Rakitic. Now it's Messi. Messi with the ball through. Gamero. still inseparable. We have penalties.
Well, it's all about nerve and bottle now for these penalty takers. They've just got to pick their spot and not change their mind.
Now the time for brave hearts and strong minds. Real tension here then as the first man readies himself. So, the first penalty. And he puts them one up.
He was always looking good there. Nice penalty.
Carlos Bacca with eyes on the prize. Coolly done, one each.
That's a good start and a great penalty to make it one each.
Messi, perhaps the man you would pick for this moment. Ah, the keeper's guessed right, but couldn't keep it out. Vitolo is second man up. Ah, keeper's gone the right way, but can't keep it out. Luis Suarez steps calmly forward. Oh, what a save!
Oh, the keeper's done brilliantly to keep his eye on the ball and make such a great save.
No, he hasn't scored.
Oh, he struck it so well, but the woodwork has just denied him.
And so the captain steps up. No, it's been saved.
That's a lovely stop from the keeper. He's done his teammates proud with that one.
It's in, and the keeper could have done better. Barcelona have to score, or they have had it. And scores to keep them alive.
Oh, the keeper's been completely wrong-footed there. Superb strike.
Bravo, obliged to stop this to keep them alive. And there it is, the decisive kick. Barcelona fall at the final hurdle. They gave it everything, but it was a bridge too far. Well, these are the moments seared forever painfully on the memory of fans and players. After a campaign of so many highs and lows, the glory has got away.
It's impossible to have any idea what these players are feeling. They knew coming into today's game that if they won it, they were champions. They've lost, and it's so tough to take.